Hey y'all, we are back. We're back for us to talk about Love Island Games episode 2. All right. Now, listen, I had a lot going on last night. For the people that do not know, on Thursday nights, well, 3 Thursday nights out of the month, I do a panel with the Ooh Ladies First panel, and we talk about a lot of good topics. No, unfortunately, Love Island is not one, but we talk about a lot of hot topics and some of your other favorite reality shows. Okay. So, chances are you won't be getting like a review from me on Thursday night or anything. And I am trying to get back to getting you guys nightly reviews. It's just that my week has been off a bit. So that's why they come in the next day. All right. But I know y'all don't care about all that. As long as y'all get them, y'all is good and we see each other. All right. So that's that. All right. Let's talk about this particular episode. Right. So Tariq, this is where I just picked up my notes. Okay. Tariq is chatting with Lucinda. You guys know that Lucinda ended up winning him over with the duel and stuff. So now he's her partner. He lets her know that he's proud of her, but he is still going to see what's up with Andrea because there is a connection between the two of them, right? And then he's asking her, like, what's your plans? Like, what's up with you? And she says that she still likes Mert, but here's the thing: he told her like I'm gonna continue to talk to Andreina unless you don't want me to, and I'm like, what? Do you hear yourself? First of all, you like the chaos of it all right? You like the chaos because why would you even ask her that? Y'all haven't even had much of a conversation prior to for her to even dictate who you can or cannot talk to like that. Like, well, we've never really seen y'all interact. Girl, I'm not. Let's anyway, Tariq, okay? Because he anyway. So she still likes Mert, but she tries to say that she doesn't know if he cares about her. Lucinda is confusing me because I could have sworn that Mert had already told her, like, yo, I'm interested in you. Okay. So I don't know. We learned at a later time that she's seeking more from him. Like, yeah, you're telling me you like me, but I need a little bit more. Okay. So that's that. She says that she also feels like she needs to think with her head and not with her heart. And I don't disagree. I don't disagree. I feel like it's okay to like a person in the game, but don't like a person too much to the point where if they are not a strong competitor, you should really stick with them. You might have to let them go, and it may suck, but it might have to be that, right? So Tariq talks about having to reevaluate things when it comes to Andreina because she keep losing every damn thing. Right? I can't fault him on that. Girl, the way Lucinda drug your ass all across that ring, ma'am, I would be reevaluating the fuck out of the situation. So I think he's within his right. Adriana, baby, she over there like I'm embarrassed. Like when I tell you I am embarrassed, I am embarrassed. Okay, that girl drugged me. I said, girl, I'm glad you know. She said she beat my ass. I said, I'm so glad that you are aware. I'm so glad you're not like some of the guys that still be talking SHI or whatever. Like, girl, yeah, you got your ass whooped. Okay, we love people that can just be honest about getting ass whooped, girl. So Garby and Kendall, they're working on bonding a bit more. Kendall says that he's really liking our girl Garby a bit, and she feels like she's known him for years, so she feels very comfortable with Kendall. She's liking him as well. They got this interesting, weird awkwardness going on where you could tell he kind of wants to kiss her, but also doesn't want to, invade too much of her space, so not really knowing what to do. So of course they go and they get into the photo booth, they take pictures, and then what ends up happening is, she turns around, she kisses him, and they kissing all in the photo booth, period. All right. She does show the photos to some of the girls. So she's really happy about that. But I'll be honest to say, listen, Garby, keep your head in the game, baby. Keep your head in the game. Focus, love. Focus. Now, Andreina and Tariq. So he does tell her about him second guessing their coupling because of how she's been losing these challenges. I'm glad he kept it a buck with her though. Okay, I'm glad he kept it a book with her because I feel like just the other day he was making it seem like he wasn't gone. Well, no, he did tell her. I think he did tell her that it was an issue about her like not winning challenges. But I also thought that he said that he would never leave her or something like that. I don't know, but whatever it is, I'm glad he's letting her know. Like I'm starting to second guess this thing. Okay, because girl, you can't have me. I can't be out on the island for stuff that you doing. All right. So Tariq, Andreina starts crying because she's getting emotional and stuff because she's embarrassed. She done got drugged out. Take me through there. Take me through there. And she got took it down through there. Okay, by Lucinda. Okay, she was taken down through there. She's embarrassed. I'm sure her body still hurts. Okay, for being taken down through there. She ain't in a coupling with Tariq no more. Like, bitch, man, I'm going through it. So she's over there crying and stuff. And it seems like the game is much much tougher than what she may have been expecting it to be. She may have underestimated Love Island games, right? So she also is afraid that whatever chance she could have with Tariq in strengthening the connection that they got, it may not happen. All right. So she's really sad about that. Tariq, he does give her the support. You know, he gives her a little bit of support. And of course, he got to go ahead and lay his lips on her too. So he gives her a kiss as well. Now, he also tells KK that he is looking for a couple that he wants to. Like, he wants to be able to compete. Like, I want a person that's going to be a competitor. And it's funny because Tariq was at first there just for the game, right? I'm just here to have fun. Well, not so much as the game, but I'm just here to have fun. Not so much as for love, not so much as for game. I'm here for Tariq. I'm here to have fun. Well, now we see just a few days in, it's starting to change. All right. He's enjoying himself. He's having a great time. And now I guess he's realizing I could actually win some money here. Like, I don't know. Let me change that up, okay? That's what I want. It would be nice if it's somebody that I'm interested in as well. That's a good competitor, but that's what I gotta have, a good competitor on my side. So KK talks about her coupling with Chris and how things are moving pretty slow with them, but she doesn't want Tariq to speak up because Tariq was like, "You want me to say something?" And she was like, "No, I'm not gonna say anything. No, I don't want you to say nothing." But KK, I want you to get your head in the game too. I know you're here for love. I know you're looking for your person or whatever, but I think, in my opinion, it's a weird situation. Like, the more, I don't know, because I feel like Chris is interested in her, but then I can't tell because sometimes I feel like he ain't as into you as you think, right? He's making it seem like it's all about the money for him. Like, that's what Chris is saying, because I think that's what he told Mert. Because Mert was like, "Oh, are you would you cuddle her or whatever like that?" He was like, "No, I can't cuddle her, because she's too quick or whatever the case is." And it's like, I don't know. I feel like Chris is capping. Says the person that wanted Chelley to chase him, talking about she's too quick. Okay. Says the person that decided to zone in on Huda, and then you all up in her face kissing her in private, but then in public want to beg her for a kiss or whatever the case, because you needed that type of damn validation. And honestly, for me, Chris is a guy that plays overseas. A lot of women that he likely comes across are women that look like Huda. And I'm going to be honest and say, some part, it doesn't mean that he's not attracted to KK, but it does make me reflect back on his time on Love Island. And now I'm starting to question, did you actually really like Chelley, or did you just choose Chelley because to you, she was the prettiest one out of both of the darker girls on the show? It was them two, and you chose the one that you felt was the prettiest, and you knew connecting yourself with a darker skinned woman on this show would likely lead you down the path of winning or some shit like that. Like, I don't know, that crosses my mind. I started to like think differently when I saw the two of them, KK and him, interacting when they were working out and stuff like that, and she hugs them and stuff. I don't know. It's like you can't really get a read on Chris for real, but it's like he does find her attractive, right? But at the same time, it's still giving the vibes of him wanting her to chase him a little more. Like, I don't know what Chris is looking for, but I'm kind of tired, and I'm okay if KK decides to like go partner with somebody else. Like, if you are going to be partnered with him for his height and his quote unquote strength, then let it just be the game. Like, don't try to, like, let's not. Okay, KK, I don't think, like, KK talks about how, I know me coming back into the show, I'm more sure of myself. I don't know, KK. I don't know if you are. I feel like you need to be sure of trying to get $250,000. That's what you need to be sure about. Okay. But anywho, so meanwhile, KK and Tariq decided that they was for the kiss, and that's exactly what they did. They kissed each other. However, the kiss that those two individuals shared didn't have nothing on the kiss that Tariq shared with Andrea. So I think he likes KK, but I don't know. It wasn't that passionate. But anywho, everyone wakes up the next morning. They realize Andrea and Charlie are not in the building, but they still go on about their day. All right. It looks like they both went on a date with Justine and Johnny. And although I did not like that these two individuals returned to the show, I like how they returned to the show. Like, these were two people from last season that were a winner and a runner up. I like the way that they sent them in as rescue bombshells type of thing, right? We're going to send you guys in hopes of rescuing these people because you guys were so good at last year's game. Maybe you could save them. And then as another treat, we're going to let you hang around with the rest of the Islanders and allow you to compete again. So I was opposed to it at first, but you know what? That's not bad. That's not that. Okay, I see what y'all doing. Let me sit back for a second. I got you. That was cool. So Mert brought oats for everybody. Okay, but baby Solene was like, these oats is disgusting. Okay, Olene was up there spitting the damn stuff out like this is some nasty shit. I hollered. I hollered. I said, damn, Mert. Okay. But see, I don't know if Solene was like exaggerating because she was feeling a way about him, or if she was like really throwing it up because it was disgusting. I don't know. Anywho, Justine and Charlie, but I still didn't really see him. And then that's the other thing too. Like, yeah, they need to get out of a coupling together. Okay, because I will hope she understands what it is. He's more so interested in Lucinda. He's not that interested in you. And when he brings you breakfast, girl, he bringing it for everybody. I guess to make himself feel comfortable. I don't know, but whatever. Justine and Charlie talk. He tells her about the duel and how he's now vulnerable because he lost the game. Then she also learns that the prize is $250,000. So she's really shocked that that is that high. So she happy. Andreina and Johnny are talking, and Johnny and her may have been seeing each other already. Cause I believe it's been about 2 months, and Johnny wants to know. He wants to know how much should we tell everybody else about how well we know each other. But Andreina still got Tariq back at the house, so she ain't trying to say that. She's like, I think it could be our secret weapon. Maybe it's something we keep to ourselves. Like I see you trying to be a little piece of manipulative here, girl. So she's like, maybe we should just keep it to ourselves or whatever. And yeah, because he was like, they kissed, right? And he asked her if she remember the kiss or whatever, like out of the people that you've already kissed, do you think that my kisses are better or not? Like, what's up? Well, you want to kiss now? So, he kisses her or whatever. First of all, he told her to come to him. And she was like, no, you come to me. They kissed. It was what it was. She said it's a 10 out of 10. So this is going to be interesting to see the dynamic because let me tell y'all, Tariq got an ego. Johnny got a big ego. They both like some Andreina. I'm here for it. I'm here for the drama. So Isaiah, he's over there talking to Solene. Y'all know when Isaiah was on, I believe it was season 4. I believe it was Isaiah season 4. Isaiah had this chick named Phoebe that was a bombshell that came in. And Phoebe gives me the vibes of Solene, or shall I say Solene give me Phoebe vibes. So that's interesting. So to know that she's attracted to him, I'm not really shocked. I think he's attracted to her too. But that's what's going on. He asked her about who else she likes, but she won't tell him who it is. She likes him, but she wants him to be the one to come out and express his interest before she does. So good luck to those people. All right. Johnny and Andreina get a text, and Johnny and Justine, this is what they learned. Johnny and Justine have to fight for Charlie and Andreina. Okay. So they're at some point going to have to strategize about which couples they are going to choose to battle it out with in an effort for Andreina and Charlie to stay in the villa. Now Mert and Lucinda. So he wants to know what she thinks of him, and she's like, I mean, you cute or whatever, I like you or whatever like that, but I need more princess treatment. So he feels like he does enough by bringing her coffee in the mornings, right? And then she's like, I just need more. I need more. And I'm like, well, what more do you need? What more you want him to do? Like, just, I guess, come grab you for more chats. You know what I'm saying? Be more creative, like Ace was in the villa. Like, what you want him to do? So he decides to feel her forehead. And Mert is very handsome. He's super cute. He's funny. He's funny because he's a bit awkward. And I don't know. I don't know if he's had a lot of girlfriends or what, or he just seemed like he don't fully know what to do. He don't know what to do. Okay. But he does the most interesting things. Like he touched her forehead and she was like, am I high? And he was like, yeah. And he said, I can make you feel better. She was like, what? How? He was like, do you want me to make you feel better or what? And she was like, yeah. So he goes over and he kisses her. I was like, okay, then I guess that was some type of gameplay, child. She liked it. And it seems like that was enough for her because that's all the princess treatment that she needed. So there's that. Mert and Josh, y'all are really y'all really on some Jeremiah locking in y'all person very soon. Right? Y'all is really like Josh. I really like Josh, but I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I cringe a little bit when he be like, my girl, and we only the first weekend. You know what I'm saying? My girl, my girl, my girl. And it's like, Andrea don't really give you that same energy back. I think she really likes you. She's attracted to you, But after Andrea went through what she went through the last time she was in the villa, Miss Ma'am is like, I ain't taking no chances. I'm keeping my options open. Even if I want to like you more, I'm gonna hold off just a second. So okay. Johnny, Andreina, Charlie, and Justine link up to strategize about the other Islanders because they have to choose who they're gonna fight. So the Islanders, at some point, they learn about the Bombshells. Not only did they learn about the Bombshells, they learned that these Bombshells are going to be fighting for Andreina and Charlie, right? And they have to pick a couple to battle it out with. Whoever they pick, whoever wins gets to put, I believe, the necklace on whichever person that they want, right? And so Garby and Kendall are chosen by Andrea, Andreina, and Johnny. Isaiah and Nicola are chosen by Charlie and Justine. When my girl Nicola learned about this, she got hyped as hell. I said, let's go, Nicola. She was talking shit, but not too much on my girl Justine, though. Not too much on Justine, but let's go. Let's go, mamas. Okay. So if they would have won, if the Bombshells and the Heartbreakers won, then they get to take their necklace and they get to put it on whichever person they choose from that coupling that they chose, right? If they don't win, then they get to, that person that has the necklace has to hold on to that necklace and they'll be in jeopardy of getting kicked off the villa, right? So it's time for the challenge. And the Bombshells are revealed, all right? They have to guide. Now, they revealed. I think that I don't think Tariq is threatened by anybody, but I think it was a slight threat seeing Johnny come in that bitch. Like, just a little piece, okay? Because as much as they've had Johnny on Love Island, like, you know who the hell he is. You know how Johnny giving it up, okay? Johnny about walked so that you can run, okay? Or whichever way around. So you know how he giving it up. So I think Tariq felt a little shaky once he saw old boy walking there with his girl. So they have to guide their ring. They have these rings with strings on it, and somebody has to hold on each side. And they have to go through these rings without letting this ring touch the bar. If it touches the bar, it's like a little shock or whatever. The heart goes off and they got to start back, okay? I think I don't know if they had to start back from the beginning or start back from the safe point. But whatever it was, they had to start over, okay? So, let's see. Justine and Charlie, okay? I'm not even going to get into like I'm just going to say this. When it came down to Justine and Charlie versus Isaiah and Nicola and Isaiah won that thing. Justine and Charlie were doing so freaking good all the way up to the end, and they kind of messed up. Like, they were getting there. Like, Charlie almost was finna be here, right? But they messed up, had to go back, do it over, and Nicole and them won the thing. I feel like the energy really was heightened when you got the audience watching, right? I kind of didn't like that. Like, that's too nerve-wracking. That's too stressful. Because then they're like, they're making the noises that I'm making. It's like, can y'all calm down? Y'all stressed the people that hell out. They stressed out enough, girl. Like, calm down. But either way, Nicola won, and I was proud of them, though. I'm not gonna hold y'all, okay? I was like, Nicole, good for y'all. It didn't matter to me who won. Nicola, Justine, them. It didn't matter to me who won, but I didn't think that if Justine and Charlie won, that Nicola would be going home. I ain't think that. I feel like if Justine and Charlie would have won, I think that the heartbreak would have went around Isaiah's neck. In all honesty, I don't think Nicola would have left, because I do feel like she may continue to be somebody that's underestimated just a bit in this game. All right. So there's that. Now we got Andreina and Johnny. They go against Garby and Kendall. Garby and Kendall, baby, they couldn't get right. I don't know what was going on. They was trying. They couldn't get right. I think it was just the anxiety, everybody behind them, the extra noises and stuff, the panicking. So Andreina and Johnny won that thing. And I think Johnny did a great job of guiding Andreina through. I feel like if it was Tariq, I don't know if Tariq would have did that great a job of guiding Andreina through. I think that it probably would have been how who was it, when Isaiah was getting frustrated with Nicola in the beginning, because it was like Nicola wasn't listening, and I really felt like when Isaiah was like, hold it tight, I didn't feel like she was holding it tight either. I was like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, that would have frustrated me for sure. And that's what I think probably would have happened if Tariq and Andreina would have been partnered up together. So anywho, they asked Tariq, like, how you feeling? You know what I'm saying? What you thinking? How you feeling? This is what's up. You know, your girl, she She won. How you feel about that? And he was like, well, I feel like in order for her to win, she needed to have Johnny anyway. So I think that they should stick together because she needs him to win. In so many words. And she said, oh wow. She's like, I feel like he ain't got no, you know what I'm saying, no faith in me. I don't think he believes in me. And he said, girl, you don't believe in yourself. So it's kind of hard to believe in a person that don't believe in themselves. And I said, see, Andrea, these are the context clues that you need to pay attention to make sure that it's strictly the game. You can have fun with this man while he ain't here, but I don't like that fly shit he said. Okay? Talking about she don't believe in herself. Okay. I mean, anybody's confidence will be affected after they done got drugged through the damn ring. Let Johnny had a drug, not Johnny, but let Josh had a drug Joe ass all through the ring like he wanted to. Anyhow, I don't think he was fully wrong though. That, you know, I mean, you do gotta just work on that confidence, right? Because even Lucinda wasn't believing in hers, and then that's kind of why I have conflict with what Tariq's saying too, because even with Lucinda didn't fully believe in herself, you know, but she knew she wasn't trying to take her ass home, so she got in the ring and did what she needed to do. And whoop, there it is. But either way, you're not going to win all the challenges. You're going to look good at some points. You're going to look bad at some points. It is what it is. At the end of the day, it came down to who Andrea wanted to put the heartbreak necklace on after she won, and she put it on Kendall. Okay? Garby was upset. Kendall told her, don't worry about it. It's all good because I did this to myself in so many words. So just be cool. After that, it was time for the Islanders to choose who they wanted to say. Was it going to be Charlie or was it going to be Kendall? At the end of the day, Kendall ended up winning with the most Islanders coming behind to stand on his side, whereas Charlie was sent home early. I did feel a little bad for Charlie because I'm like, dang, Charlie, it's happening to you all over again, right? But I think Charlie was a good sport for the most part. I definitely can see Charlie returning for another season and likely as a bombshell. Hopefully, Charlie, you can, you know, talk to somebody and maybe they'll be willing to bring you in as the main cast, like in the beginning, like an OG. Come in as an OG, so that way you probably would have already developed whatever bond. So should you find yourself facing this situation again, maybe you're picked over somebody else that was a bombshell. Okay, and that's probably why you got kicked out. All right. Both times. You got kicked out last time because you was a bombshell. Got kicked out this time because you was a bombshell. And I really think it's because people had already bonded with who they bonded with. The first dayers, the OGs. But either way, that's all I got. Leave your thoughts and comments down below. I'm JamiThatsMe. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye.
Yeah, telling my priest to the choir, stand with my feet to the fire, give all the glory to God. Stand in the midst of these haters, I'm silent, nobody can stop me. Just gotta check in my notification, them numbers hit like it's a praxis. Cashed out at the ATM, and the ATL, they done made a gym. I've been kicking doors like the ATL, got them trying to clone me like ages. Game time, I invaded gym, high elevated, I could face the rim, putting shots up. I got laser focus, about to take it